Greetings, AP Calculus students, to part 2 of our second tutorial series of videos that will detail this time around how to find a derivative using a graphing calculator. In part 1 of this tutorial, I showed how to do that using a TI-Inspire calculator. In this part 2, I will show you how to do that in a Ti-84 Plus / 83 Plus. Okay, so let's get to it. So for this demonstration / tutorial, we will be looking back at a free response question we did very recently, which was the 2018 AP Calculus AB exam number 2. So once again, the 2018 AP Calculus AB exam number 2 free response question. This is a calculator question, hence we are going to be using the graphing calculator for it. Namely, we're going to be looking at part A of the question, which asked us to find the acceleration of the particle. So if you recall for this question, it gave us the velocity function of a particle, and part A asked us to find the acceleration of said particle at a specific time. So time t is equal to 3. So that is what we are going to do. If you recall, to find the acceleration of a function, the acceleration of an object, in this case a particle, you take its velocity function and you find its derivative. So that's what we're going to do. And that's why this tutorial video is about finding derivatives. So let's do that. So if you recall, when we were finding integrals, we went to this math button. And when we were finding integrals, we scrolled down and we chose number 9. Now this time around, we're going to choose number 8. So the eighth option, which should read n deriv. So n deriv and then a parenthesis. So you want to make sure you choose that, or you can literally just press number 8. And you want to make sure you're in the math section, and then you press enter. And you should get this. This should pop up once you put that in. So this should pop up once you put that in. Now, first thing we want to do, so we have d over d. So this is asking us in terms of what variable do we want to differentiate. Now, we could put an x, even though this equation is defined in terms of t. We can just switch out the t's for x's. But for the case of consistency, let's just use a t. So let's just use the t. So alpha t. So we get a t here. And inside this parentheses, we're going to put our equation. So inside this parentheses, we're going to put that velocity equation. Because remember, we want to find the derivative of the velocity, which gives us acceleration. So let's do that. So I'm going to put a parentheses here. 10 times sine of 0.4 alpha 4 t squared. Make sure I get outside of this parentheses. Let me close this parentheses and then close it again, if I remember correctly. Make sure. Got to make sure I close the parentheses appropriately. Yeah. So I'm going to close this parentheses as well. So this closes this parentheses. So I got to put a second parentheses to close this one in front of the 10. So let's do that. All right. There you go. Divided by parentheses, because I want to divide by that entire equation. So t squared minus t plus 3. Got to put one more parentheses to close it. So you do want to make sure you have all the appropriate parentheses. And now we want to do what t value? Well, it tells us that t is equal to 3. So we just got to put a 3 in there, press enter. And boom, we get our answer of negative 2.118, which if you recall, either if you look back at our solutions or if you look at the answer key, that is exactly what it is, negative 2.118. So that is how you find or how you evaluate a derivative at a point, or in this case, at a t value using the Ti-84 Plus / 83 Plus. Now, if you recall in that last series of tutorial videos, when you go to math, and you choose that n deriv option. Let me just scroll back to there again. Went too far. Press enter. If you choose that option and it does not look like this, make sure you go to part 3 of the series of videos. So go to part 3 of the series of tutorial videos, because it means you just have an older operating system version of your Ti-84 Plus or 83 Plus. So just make sure to go to part 3 of the video, and part 3 of the video will be the appropriate one. So once again, if you go to math and deriv, if you choose that option and it does not look like this, make sure you go to part 3 of this series of tutorial videos, and you will see it appropriate to what you have. All right, so that's it. Pretty simple, not too bad. Otherwise, always obviously feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, or if you tried this out and for whatever reason you did not get exactly this, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying healthy, and I do really hope that these videos are helpful as we get closer and closer to that AP exam. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.